Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. It is, can you believe it, Monday already? This long weekend has gone past so quickly. And we've got quite a few people joining us on this public holiday that's watching with us live. The internet has been a bit hectic this weekend, and I was a bit stressed. Will we be able to go live today? What's going to happen specifically with regards to that? A very welcome to you, Tanusha. How are you doing?
Hi, Neil. I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Can't complain. I'm excited. Quite a few people that's joining us live with us. Please do go onto our comment section and tell us where you're from. We'd love to know where you're from and so forth. Mark here already saying, I'm watching, I'm here, I'm excited. Anda saying, can't wait. Lee's joined us, Ryan's joined us. So quite a few people that's joining us live for this session today, and we're talking marketing. Quite a few different speakers has joined us during the whole month. We've had Jane Stevenson on board, we've had Brightness on board, we've had Emma Sadler on board, quite a few people, Dion Peterson, and this week, obviously, Thanusha Pillay. On Wednesday at 3 o'clock, we'll have Michael Jackson and Bev Hancock on board at 3 o'clock. And this Friday, Michael Zoetmulder. Each speaker with a different topic. And it will be going on and on every single Monday and every single Wednesday and every single Friday at 3 o'clock. Please go to the Oracle Media event site and please go and see all of those specifically. Please do tell us where you're from. Quite a few people already coming in. Marion saying I'm from Port Elizabeth. Very welcome. I think, Marion, you've actually watched quite a few of our shows that I've seen you pop up. Then also, Anda, I'm from East London. Very welcome to you, Anda. Is this your first one? How many of you watched before? Please tell us. So please continue to comment in the comment box. I see Renette Matthias also joined us. So quite a few people joining us on this public holiday. We're going to keep it short and sweet. Within half an hour, we're going to be tackling some marketing ideas for you and also leading up to our webinar on marketing that will also be going through as well. I'm a bit more relaxed today, Tanisha. I've got my shirt on, but I still have our Oracle Media clothing.
I see that. From my side, I actually, this has been the first time I've actually done my hair and put some makeup on in, like, I can't even count how many days it's been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, look, I think for me, it's about Monday to Friday, obviously including today because it's a public holiday. Getting up, dressing in my work clothes still, going to my desk because it's still that routine. You're still getting dressed to go somewhere. So yeah, it's I like keeping a routine in my life. Luckily, you can get away without makeup. You don't have to put makeup on every single day.
Thank you, Neil.
So a few people under saying yes, it's my first one. Welcome under, really nice to have you, Christine. Very welcome to you as well. Just joining us. Throughout this whole session, it is an interactive one. You need to tell us what your thoughts are on what Tanusha is going to be saying today. If you've got any questions for Tanusha, also ask those questions. So without any more delay, let's jump into it, Tanusha. Let's look at a few things specifically what we need to look at with regards to marketing during this lockdown period. And if I have to look at one of the first few questions that we have here, what do I do to stand out, or how do I become the emerging industry leader, especially currently in lockdown? A lot more people doing marketing, a lot more people going online now with regards to selling any of their products or so forth. We're seeing a huge number of people contacting us saying, Neil, I want to go online. I want to be in the digital space, whether it's Google AdWords, whether it's on social media, emailers, whatever it may be. Give us quotes, let's get in touch, and so forth. What do you suggest?
Okay, so there's one thing that we need to realize is that change is the only constant, okay, in this ever-changing world that we live in. And it's so imperative for businesses, to reevaluate themselves as a business as a whole, look at marketing strategies and having to adapt accordingly. It's either you step up, you make those changes, or you get left behind. That's the honest truth. So now this is the perfect opportunity for entrepreneurs and businesses, to look at the rebirth of their companies. What do I do as a business owner? What do I do to stand out? How do I become the emerging industry leader? And there's lots of different questions you have to ask yourself first. So in order to be the emerging industry leader, what do my clients need? How can I offer a solution? How can I be creative, while doing so? How can I offer my services differently? How do I adapt? How do I change? How do I adjust? All these questions, it's so important. How do I integrate technology, to help my customers? And these questions have to be asked, and you have to do research and you have to find the solutions. I think that's the most important thing, is we need to find those solutions in order to make the change that you need, for your business to, start adapting and to start growing in a different way. So I think those questions are very, very important. With answering those questions.
Sorry to interrupt you. Before we go into it, is it too late to join the digital space now? Or is it still open?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not. I don't think so. Remember now, with us on lockdown happening right now as we speak, well, everybody, most people, I might say, are at home, who have access to data or Wi-Fi, who are on their phones, on their laptops, that sort of thing, and that is actually now is the time. Now is the time that we need to, make use of that, start being visible in those spaces, and make those changes. If you are not on any digital platforms, get involved, get on those platforms, be seen. There's so many different ideas. I've, watched so many different videos, and I've looked at so many different new ways that companies are evolving and doing things differently. If I can give you a few examples, in the real estate industry, when they have if they want to sell a property, virtual tours are being done. Yes. With doctors, and they're doing drive-through visits, they're doing Skype calls. Therapists, like psychologists, they're doing Zoom, they're doing virtual consults over Zoom. Photographers, I actually saw Tegan Smith Photography. She did a virtual photo shoot with Aisha Baker Parnell. She's an influencer. And I also saw one with Bella Hadid. She's an international model, and they've done a virtual photo shoot. It's absolutely incredible to see, how businesses are actually evolving during this time, how they're adapting and changing, to, where they still get to, operate, but in a different, clever way, using technology. Hotels and B&Bs, for example, they're having where they offer incentives. If you book and pay now, you get discounts. One good example is vehicle dealerships. So, for example, when you have dealerships, when they market and they have a lead ad, okay, and then the customer will click on the lead ad, fill out all the information, and then it goes through to the dealership. So now the dealership sitting with a name, a telephone number, an email address, and a car that this person's interested in. And how do we under lockdown, there's absolutely nothing, that we can't see the person face to face. And it's incredible to see what they are actually doing. We are actually, some of our clients are, contacting the customers via WhatsApp video calls. They have vehicles at home, doing walkabouts with the vehicle, showing them the specs and the different features, answering any questions they might have. So yeah, it's awesome how we've had to, so many, other companies had to adapt, to be able to offer that service, to the customer, which is absolutely awesome.
Everybody's adapting. I had a webinar for a very popular real estate brand last week, and they've gone over to make sure they're doing more virtual show houses specifically, and a lot more on the video side. And during the lockdown, and that was last week, Thursday, they sold 17 properties during the lockdown period already. And that's within the 2.5 week period, 17 houses. Yes, they've got 40 odd agents. Wow. but they've sold. And that's 17 more than what they would have sold if they didn't take it to the next level. And what they've done is, on top of all of that, they're meeting with their purchasers and sellers on Zoom. And they're recording the whole Zoom session. They're going through the OTP of the purchaser, then the OTP of the seller, and they're selling online specifically. And all you do is to have the subject to clause in there that this property I'm buying the property subject to me viewing the property after lockdown. And for those who don't know, I actually have a legal background. I studied LLB law at Nelson Mandela University, and I did conveyancing at the law firm I was at. And that's what I said to them. Rather take this initiative now and sell the house, but subject to you viewing it after the lockdown. So they're lining up all of those OTPs, they're getting the bond approvals in, the attorney's working on the documents. And once the lockdown lifts, whether it's in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whenever, then all they need to do is view the property. If they're happy with the property, then they buy it. If they don't want to do it, then you can take them through the house on WhatsApp and show them on WhatsApp specifically. So many good things specifically that you can do around that, and in the real estate side, and any industry, and that's why I like what you're saying, Thanusha. In any industry, you can do so much. Now, for those who's joining us now, we're obviously live with Thanusha talking about marketing ideas. Thanusha has worked with national and international brands in the past. From the motor industry, I think she's been the most active in the past few years, and she joined us earlier this year. So quite a few things that she specialized in on the marketing side, and that's why we're speaking to her today. Now, I'm not going to be going into so much detail. It's more Q&A towards Thanusha today. I'm going to be the one that's facilitating and asking the questions. Please do keep on commenting in the comment section and do interact with us. And Thanusha, I'll throw out those questions to you as they do come in, specifically in terms of it. Cool. Thanusha, you're there.
I'm there. I'm here. I'm waiting for the next question, Neil.
So, Thanusha, in order to be in the emerging industry leader, you have to ask the following questions, like, what do my clients need? Perfect. How do my clients need? How can I offer a solution? How do I be creative while doing so? How can I offer my service? How do I adapt? How can I help engage with clients and customers? And how do I integrate technology to help clients? That's obviously a lot into one question. How would you help a client coming to you with regards to that?
Sorry? How? I can't hear you, Neil. Are you there, Neil?
Yes.
You're freezing. Okay, so all the questions that when I can you hear me?
I'm wondering.
Okay, so all the questions. You're freezing. I can't hear you, Neil. I'm so sorry. I can't hear you.
So obviously there's a bit of a lag here on internet. Thanusha's just going to join us again, and then we're just going to go through those specifically again this morning. Obviously, with the internet and everybody's watching Netflix and DSTV and so forth, it does make it a little bit more difficult. So you can see she is lagging a little bit on us. We're just going to wait for her to join us again, and then we'll go through those. Some of the people, we're just going to go through some of the comments that's coming through so long while Thanusha is joining us, and just going through it. I know she's still showing on the screen. So I think we've just lost the internet there for a few seconds. If you can still hear
I'm back.
us, hey, Tanisha, welcome back. Tanisha, can you hear us?
You freezing, Neil. I can't. You're freezing.
Cool. So obviously just
There's
having some
definitely a
internet
lag.
issues here this afternoon. Tanisha, just to go through your questions specifically, in order to be a emerging,
Can't hear.
okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go out and then come back in again, specifically in terms of if there's a massive lag at this stage. Tanisha?
Yes, I can hear you now.
So guys, what we are going to be doing is we're going to be back shortly. So just hold on a second. Okay, so hopefully we are live at the moment and going on the internet giving some issues there. Tanisha, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can, loud and clear.
Okay, perfect. Um, sorry for everybody that, with regards to that. Can you please just comment in the things that we know that you can hear us and that we are still live? That will be great. So please just go to the comment section and tell us that you can hear us. I'm also just going to ask someone to also check for me here. So obviously, if the lagging out to move move a little bit closer to things a bit closer to me to make sure the internet at this side's fine. So technology is technology, and look, we have to get through it. So let's look at some of those questions specifically. I was on the one, I don't know, not sure if you could hear me or anybody could hear me. It was in order to be the emerging industry leader, you have to ask the following questions, and it's like, what do your clients need? How can I offer a solution? How can I be creative while doing so? How can I offer my services and so forth? What would
So
you
as a
suggest in
business,
terms of that?
sorry, Neil. As a business owner, those are the type of questions you have to ask yourself. And you obviously need to
Yeah.
research and find the solutions to those questions or the answers to the questions. And that will help you when you're re-looking your marketing strategy. That will help you when you answer those questions as to how you're going to move from where you are now to where you want to be. Having to keep up with, the trends and things that's going on and technology and, being, visible on all sorts of platforms. Those are the type of things that those are the questions you have to ask yourself as a business owner. And that will help you, start to navigate your way through to get to where you need to be. Yeah.
I can hear you, Thanusha.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so you got stuck at the end. So obviously to navigate your way through it,
Yes. To get to
specifically.
where you want to.
So when a client comes to you now and says, "Hey, Thanusha, I'm interested to go the digital route," what's the first few questions you'll be asking them?
Okay, firstly, what product or service are they offering? What do they have a current marketing strategy in place? Obviously to find out what are they currently doing, how do they market their products or services? Those are the type of questions I will ask, for new clients. And then look at it, look at what they're currently doing and how or what they can do better. And then offer, the service to them.
So, and I think it ties in your sales question is, so what is the best platform to advertise on the digital space and why?
Okay, so the answer to that question, Sohail, is that it depends on the type of product or service that you are offering. Your target market is important, your target audience. So it depends on your product or your service and who your target market is. So there are different platforms, but I think what is important now is that you look at growing your presence on different platforms. Because social media is now one of the most important things. Anything you want to know, any business you want to check up on, or whatever, you go onto social media and you try to find it. So having a presence on as many social media platforms as possible, is an excellent idea, and also having to grow those platforms is important as well.
Would you have similar content from one, say on Facebook, the same content on Instagram, the same content on LinkedIn, and so forth?
No, definitely not. With Instagram, more video, it's more, quirky, a kind of posts and content like that. Facebook would also be different. LinkedIn will be more professional. So your content should be the same. I mean, imagine how frustrating it would be if people go on all different sorts of platforms and they see your the content that you're sharing, which is absolutely the same. It would be so boring, and it would be you wouldn't be able to relate to your consumer that way. You have to obviously find different ways, to push out content in different, in different aspects. In looking at, for example, if you want to market a vehicle on Instagram, you would do short little videos, maybe. On Facebook, it would be different if you may be having a competition. Look, competitions you can do on all different platforms, but maybe the way you do it, using your hashtags. There's so many different ways you can, generate content, which still has the same, idea or message behind it, but in different ways, to also capture your audience. I think to captivate your audience is important as well.
For those who's joining us now, at the moment we're live with Thanusha Pillay, talking marketing ideas and so forth. If you've got any ideas or anything you'd like to share, please comment in the comment box. We'll share it here on the screen. We'll discuss it and so forth. This is a discussion platform. We were broken up there a bit with the bad internet, but I think so many people are watching Netflix and stuff on, the internet at the moment that we are a bit capped everywhere with regards to it. Thanusha, what are some of the clever marketing strats that you may have that could maybe relate to help our viewers at the moment?
Okay, what I would maybe suggest is, okay, very firstly, very important, the content that you share right now, it must be relatable, it must be authentic, and it must be fitting in the current situation that the pandemic, the COVID-19. We have to obviously be sensitive to certain things. So if you already have content, like normally you generate content like a month before for the following month, that's how you plan your schedules. Businesses need to go and look at that now. For example, with vehicles, marketing vehicles wouldn't post a comment of a content of a vehicle, maybe say, like asking maybe a question if you wanted to be an engagement post to say, where would you be going with vehicle, whatever today, kind of thing. You need to be sensitive of that because, people can't be driving around. They need to be at home. We have to stay home. So you need to look at all of that. So your content that you share is very important, specifically right now during the lockdown. Engagement is quite key. You need to make sure that, there is always that engagement with your consumer or with your customer. Also, how we deliver valuable information. That to me is very, very important. If you're doing a webinar, if you're doing a Facebook Live, for example, if you are on LinkedIn and you share articles, make sure it's articles that you've written or as a business, and not just share other articles. And a perfect opportunity for, if you are expert in industry of whatever it is, that you start creating your content, sharing tips, sharing your expertise. If you are in the fitness industry, for example, share tips on how to stay healthy, exercise, things to do at home, in the comfort of your own home. Another thing, TikTok. TikTok is growing rapidly. And as a brand, okay, I know I'm speaking now for, wouldn't obviously relate to every single person or every single business, but you can, on TikTok, you can create videos. It doesn't have to be dance videos or challenges, but you can actually make videos on TikTok using text. You can share ideas, that sort of thing. And it's about growing those platforms where the presence are stronger, because TikTok is one of the fastest growing social media platform right now. So important things to look at. Another thing is obviously your Facebook and Instagram. That all businesses should definitely have Facebook and Instagram. Facebook Lives. Making sure that you have, that you're consistent when you do these type of things. Like, for example, with you, Neil, making sure that if you have these Facebook Lives or whatever, that it's done at the same time, on the same day. So if you do it 3 times a day, 3 times a week, at 3 p.m., consumers will know, okay, I need to tune into Oracle Media's Facebook page. It's 3 o'clock and it's a Friday or a Monday or a Wednesday, to see, what's happening, that sort of thing. So,
consistency is key.
Yeah. So another important thing is that businesses need to talk about, how their business is changing. I think it's important that consumers can relate to certain things. For example, how you're adapting at home, how, with kids and having to adapt to a whole different workspace. And when consumers, share that with, or when consumers see that how this business is doing things differently under the circumstances, I think definitely where I know if I'm a consumer or customer and I see a business doing something and sharing, how they're having to do things, and I would want to give them my business, so it's having able to relate. I mean, we're all going through this. It's not just South Africa, the entire world. We're all experiencing this, and this is a perfect opportunity for us to, get into that space and use it.
And use it wisely. I see a question coming through here from Azad for you, Thanusha. In your opinion, what would be the ideal approach to digital marketing in our current times?
Okay, so in my opinion, the ideal approach to digital marketing, I would say, is to be open to as many possibilities, and not to turn down anything specifically. So to be, to see what's out there, what's in the digital marketing space, and make use of it. There's so many different tools that's free. Use that. You have that. Use all the tools that you may have. Do lots of research. Get in touch with companies that can offer the service. I think it's so important that we, like I said at the beginning of the session, was that change is the only constant. With this ever-changing world that we're living in, with technology, there's so many different things. Would you have ever thought 10 years ago that we would be able to do stuff like this and having to sell products or market products the way we do right now? It's incredible. So, Azad, to answer your question, yes, I think it's important that you look at whatever's available for you in the digital marketing space and use it wisely and opportunize on all aspects of digital marketing, because I mean that's absolutely key. There's so many different products and services that you can sell, using digital marketing, and I think that's very
I
important.
also want to add on there to show that, Azad, when you look at your marketing approach and what digital media and so forth, we also have to look at your products and look at what you are going to sell. And then once we know what your product is, then we go, okay, cool, this is the best platform for it. Then you come up with the marketing plan. And then when you have the marketing plan, you look at, okay, who's my clientele? How will I be targeting them? How will they get to actually buy my products? Is there an e-commerce website? How will they be making payment? All of those things that you need to link in with your marketing. So marketing especially during the lockdown period, isn't just, okay, cool, I go out and I market whatever, and I choose whatever platform. It is literally looking at your product, looking at your clientele, and then come up with a marketing plan around that. And that's we've opened it up. If you've got any questions about your marketing that you don't want to ask today, you're more than welcome to email me at neil@oraclegroup.co.za, and Thanusha and I will be able to assist you with that. The whole team will be able to assist you with that during the lockdown period, because we are still open. Everybody's working from home, and we've been lucky that it hasn't disrupted us at all, because with technology you can work from home at all. If there's any questions, please do comment in the comment box. We'd love to hear from you, or even your opinion on what we are saying today. Then another question here, Thanusha. What's your thoughts on Facebook Lives and using different platforms to market your business?
Okay, so Facebook Lives, I think, is an awesome tool, and it should definitely be used by all businesses if they have access to that. Engagement, like I mentioned earlier, with content, having an engagement element in that is very important. So Facebook Live is a perfect opportunity because there's Q&A, so there's engagement.
Yeah.
As a business owner, use your skills in a clever way. Share your expertise. So whatever industry you're in, share your expertise. Example, right on our doorstep, Neil Barker at Oracle Media, doing the things. If I may add, we were exposed to live webinars even before lockdown started with Neil, who got the whole management team to actually start watching these live webinars with JT Fox and a whole lot of other people all over the world, international ones, and there you can see that's how he's become an emerging industry leader, having to start the trend of doing these sort of things. And he had the tools. We have Facebook Live. It's so easy, and he saw the gap. He took it, and you are now one of the first people in our industry to actually start doing that. So this is how we need to want to grow our business in that way, where we could stand out from the rest, and all businesses should try and hop on that wagon right now. So a perfect a very good idea, okay, with regards to using different platforms to market your business. It's what we call cross-pollinating platforms, okay? And when I say cross-pollinating platforms, meaning it's how we generate bigger platforms by cross-pollinating your current platform. So say, for example, you only on Facebook, okay? So you start using different platforms. I know YouTube now does live streaming as well. Podcasts. You record a video on one platform, you share it on another platform. You go live on Facebook and you tell your viewers in an hour's time, head over to our Instagram page. We're going to have a live there talking about whatever the topic is. Ask viewers to like your videos, to share your videos, to comment on your videos. And that is how you gain traction, and that is how you you generate your bigger platforms. That's how it grows. Like I said previously, you have to be consistent. You have to when you do your Facebook Live, you have to be consistent. You have it at the exact same time on the exact same day of the week, so that people know that they need to tune in on this certain day or on this certain time, because there will be something to watch.
Yes.
Yeah, so cross-pollinating platforms is so important right now, and this is a perfect way to grow your following. Emailers, for example, we should not stop doing emailing. The emailers, all we need to do is we need to adapt it so that it's made relevant and it's, for what's happening right now.
I also think, especially with that, Thanusha, sorry to interrupt, the emailers needs to be coded. I still see so many emailers going out. It's not coded emailers, and it's a waste of time. If you're sending something to someone and they can't click through to a call to action, you're wasting your time and you're wasting their time specifically, and you're wasting your money as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, so those are the different ways, Neil, that you could cross-pollinate your platforms and in turn start growing your platforms. And yeah, I think that's key to success for marketing. If you want to get your brand out there, if you want to grow your brand, right now is when you have to start. You have to start doing that right now if you want to be able to keep up with everybody else in the industry.
Thanusha, before we go on to your last few tips for us today, before we finish off, for everybody that's joining us, you're obviously joining In Conversation Live. It's every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 o'clock, and it will be continuing every single week going forward. This coming Wednesday, we've got Michael Jackson and Bev Hancock will be joining us here at 3 o'clock. This coming Friday, we've got Michael Zoetmulder that will be joining us at 3 o'clock. And just to look at next week, Monday, we've got Carla Dreyer also joining us at 3 o'clock. All of the events are on the Oracle Media Facebook page. All you need to go is go to the specific event that you want to watch. Please say that you're going to it, so you also know the amount of numbers is joining and so forth. So that's every Monday, Wednesday, 3 o'clock, and Friday here on the Oracle Media Facebook page. And it is an open discussion. You can also go watch some of the old videos where people came on, from Emma Sadler, Jane Stevenson, Brightness, all of those that you can go and watch on the Oracle Media Facebook page. They're all still there. So we don't delete the live videos. They stay there. You can still go and watch them. And if there's any questions, you can get hold of us. Thanusha, if we have to look at your last few tips specifically, what would be the tips for the viewers to assist them with regards to marketing during lockdown?
Okay, so some tips, guys. What I do suggest we do is use the time that we have now, okay, at home, before the lockdown is lifted, and look at how you can clean up your web pages, okay? Check your security settings, SEO, Google My Business information. Is your site mobile friendly, for example? Most people are on their phones all the time. So is your website mobile friendly? Look at things like that. Look at how you can drive traffic to your improved website by using Facebook leads. I mentioned that earlier. It's a brilliant way for sales. So, look at how you can do that. Don't disregard emailing, your email marketing, like we spoke about earlier. I think that's so important. All we need to do is just change your message, adapt it accordingly, and still continue with that. And then one more thing is just use your video marketing. I can't stress how important video is right now. Once again, having to keep up with the trends, video is everything. I mean, everybody, I think watching videos is much better than reading a long article or, something like that. And I think we need to use that now. Making videos is important. So your video content is important, and that will allow for your online engaging as well. So yeah, those are my tips.
Thanusha, also someone that's contacting you today to say, how do I get any of these services or what expertise? How can they get a hold of you with regards to any of this?
Okay, so my email address is tanusha@oraclegroup.co.za. And you can inbox us on our Oracle Media Facebook page. And we'll be there at your service.
Just type your email address here to display it on the screen quickly, so that you can see if you'd like to get a hold of myself or Thanusha. It's Neil at Oracle Group or Thanusha at oraclegroup.co.za. Please make sure it's not oraclemedia.co.za, it's oraclegroup.co.za. And just obviously our names just before that. Or you can even inbox the Oracle Media Facebook page just to get more info about it. And now is the time to update your website. It is the time to look at your digital media. You need to think ahead. If the lockdown continues till after May, what have I done in terms of my marketing to make sure that I can actually sell or can keep in touch with my clients through this period? What's your marketing campaign that you're going to be running after your lockdown? All of those type of planning needs to be done now specifically, so it doesn't look rushed at the end. I see I've got a comment here from Carmen saying, agreed, guys, emailing is not obsolete. If you have a database that's updated, you should keep at it. Great chat, guys. Thanks, Carmen. Carmen was actually on with our first live chat. Yes, I can't remember that. I think it was the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd of April. 1st of April, I think. So we've been doing this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with regards to it. Thanusha, any last few words from your side, from someone that isn't on a digital platform at this stage, isn't doing any Google AdWords or SEO, or hasn't updated their website? What would you suggest with regards to that?
Okay, so I'd like to urge all businesses, to relook at their marketing strategies. Think about how you don't want to be left behind, how you need to keep up with what's going on right now. I think it's important that all businesses do that. If you are not on any digital platforms, please, it is so important. It is so important. So on those digital platforms, make it happen, guys. It's so easy. And contact us if you need any help. Stay safe. Stay home.
Awesome, Thanusha. Thank you so much. And thanks for joining us on this public holiday. And thank you for everybody that's also watching with us today. Please do go to our website. It is www.oraclegroup.co.za to see what we're up to and so forth. We've just redone that website. And you can go and have a look and tell us what you think. Join us this Wednesday for Bev Hancock and Michael Jackson, and then coming Friday with Michael Zitmulder. Thanusha, you must have a good one, and I really appreciate you joining us today.
Thank you. It is my pleasure, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you this coming Wednesday at 3 o'clock. Bye, Thanusha.
Bye.